Wait, so I'm going to record this meeting so that in the near future, if you need it, I can make it available for you. So, okay, now I think it's time for us to start. There's a question here from Heyman, I think. He says that, let me take this opportunity to ask this question. Do you have to do any verification for the prop firm when you register? That is Heyman's question. When you are registering to take the challenge, there are no verifications until you pass the challenge. When you pass the first and second challenge, that is when you will be asked to verify your account before the live account will be given to you. So for the process, the beginning process, you do not need any verification until you pass the phase 1 and 2. Then you will now be given the details to actually verify. All right. So that's Heyman's question. I have Anthony asking another question here. Hi, Kofi. When calculating a currency strength meter, assuming today is Wednesday and you do your calculation today, does it mean you will use your result the next coming week? No, you are to use your results that very week. You are to use the results that very week. So if you do the calculation on Wednesday, you need to start using that results from Wednesday. Is that okay? You need to start using the results from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, at least a maximum of 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, your this thing should be able to give you a good response or results, if I'll put it. So you don't have to wait for a whole full week before you start using it. All right, now let me mention names. Then you can ask your questions quickly. Or if you have a, okay, I have Paula Kuneni. I don't know if I'm right with the name. If you are ready, can you unmute your microphone and ask your question so that the rest of the people here can hear you? Paula Kunani, can you hear me? If you can, unmute yourself and then ask your question. Paula Kunani, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Nice. Nice meeting you, Paula. Your questions, you have 2 questions. So go ahead.
Did I say I've got 2 questions? Okay, no, but so I'm just, I don't know if it's I don't know how you will take this, but I'm worried about BRICS. How is it going to affect in trading? And yeah, so I'm just worried about BRICS. How is it like really going to impact Forex, and how is it going to affect Forex?
You mean spread? If I'm getting you right, you mean spread?
No, I'm talking about BRICS. I don't know if you know about BRICS.
Brief. I'm hearing this for the first time, or is it that maybe
BRICS?
BRICS.
BRI.
Oh, okay. Yes. BRICS. The formation of some 6 countries trying to use one currency, right?
Yes.
We have Russia, we have South Africa, we have China, and then some few other, I think Japan. There are about 6 countries that have formed the BRICS, and the Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I get the question now. So BRICS, yes, it's actually a 6-member country that think that, look, anything you want to buy on the international market, the price is given to you in dollars. And so it has made the dollar so great, or a king over other currencies. And these BRICS people believe that it shouldn't be so. The price for commodities and everything in the world shouldn't just be the dollar. And so if you want to buy anything, you may have to convert your currency using the dollar rate in order to make purchases. And that has been the reason the dollar has been king all this while. So this BRICS formation is more or less to break away from this dollar dominance, or the fact that dollar will become king over everything. So that is how come Russia, Japan, China, Brazil, and then South Africa, including about 24 more countries who are also planning to join the BRICS. They want to say that no, the dollar shouldn't be the ultimate. The dollar shouldn't be the king. And so they are forming a common platform to agree to a common currency. And it's like these BRICS countries, they are more or less kind of agreeing to the fact that the gold as a commodity should be considered as the primary currency to be used for transactions. And that is what this formation of BRICS is all about. So they want to break away from the dollar dominance. If that should happen, trust me, it looks like it is becoming a reality. And the way other countries are gearing up to follow them, if that happens, the dollar is going to reduce its strength. It's going to lose value very, very greatly. And that will actually affect the currency trading market. Yes, it will. And whatever currency the BRICS are going to accept as the common currency to be used, that currency will become a king. Now, the BRICS are not trying to suggest any currency now. They are only suggesting a commodity, which is gold at the moment. So if that happens, trust me, gold will triple or will multiply. Only God knows how many times. So that is what it is. So yes, you are right with your question. Please, those joining, please mute your microphones. Mute your microphones. If you have just joined, mute your microphone. And then once it is your turn, you can ask your question. So yes, I don't know if you are still here and your question is clear now. So yes, it is actually going to affect the Forex market. Once this common platform is agreed upon with regards to the BRICS as to what currency should be used in terms of breaking away from the US dollar. Are you okay?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right. Any more questions? I think you have 2 questions.
No. It was 1 question.
All right. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Now let me move to the next person from the bottom. I think I have Tassun Solomon. Is Tassun Solomon here? Tassun Solomon. And then Sammy's iPhone. I think that's the name. Sammy's iPhone and Tassun Solomon. Whoever is ready.
Good day, bro.
Is this Sammy? Sammy, you are ready, right?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, good. Sammy, let's hear you. Your questions.
Yeah. Greetings to everyone here.
All right.
I started trading I think a couple of weeks now. But I've been losing a lot. I've been losing a lot because I'm a beginner.
Okay.
Understand? So I just came across your link today.
Okay.
And I think I'm at the right place and the right position. So I started following you today. I like your teachings. I've been watching your videos and other stuff. I joined your Telegram today.
Okay.
Understand me? So time by time I'll be following you and then learn from you. Okay. I like trading. I like trading, but you know the idea is not much.
Okay.
You understand? So
I see.
Sammy, for your work.
All right. Thank you for joining the family. Let's see what happens. Let's see how God will take us. Okay.
All right.
That's good. Now, let me move to Tassun. Are you there?
God, I was not to she said
Tassun Solomon, are you there? Okay. Herman, can you hear me? Herman.
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah, Kofi,
yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, Herman, let's hear your question if you can hear me.
Kofi, let me ask you this. This multiple this top-down analysis using multiple time frames, you know. Can you use just 2 time frames to have good results for your trading?
Yes, it is very possible. It will depend on what 2 time frames you will want to use. Maybe one will be your primary basis or where you will go to check. And then maybe you lower it down to the smaller time frame as the secondary. So some even depend on just 1 time frame. There are those who depend on all the time frames. So it varies. So yes, you can use 2 time frames and it's possible. Yes.
Okay. Second question or only one?
Go ahead. The second question.
Kofi, do indicators work? Trading indicators, do they really work?
Yes, to some extent, they work. I know a few channels out there who are preaching these indicators. I don't know how many of you have come across this guy. He's in the US. He's actually a trader, a very good trader, a professional trader. No nonsense Forex.
Forex US, right? Yeah.
No nonsense Forex. The YouTube channel name is No Nonsense Forex. I don't know how many of you have come across that channel. No Nonsense Forex has been talking about indicators all his life. And he has a huge following. He's actually a professional trader. He trades for a prop firm in the New York. And he has been using indicators throughout, nothing else. And he's been talking about indicators all over on his channel. If you have come across his channel, or maybe after this meeting, you can go have a look. And then you may appreciate what he talks about in terms of indicators. Yes. So to some extent, the indicators are working for some people. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. Let me go to Ufuema Paul. I don't know if the name is right. Ufuema Paul. And then Ufuema Paul, are you there? Okay, it looks like Ufuema. Oliver, are you here? Oliver. Oliver. Okay, Bright. Bright, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oliver is here. So Bright, hold on. Oliver, let's hear you. Oliver?
Yes, how are you?
I'm very good. Nice meeting you. Can we hear you?
My network.
Yes, yes, your network actually, because your line is
bad.
Your network is bad actually. It's true.
No.
But then I will suggest that you write the question at the meeting chat session so that I can get his answer. If you don't mind.
Uganda.
Yes, Oliver from Uganda.
Character. Yeah.
Sorry, I think we have to move away from Oliver. Oliver, I can't hear you. Your line is breaking. So, Bright, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, Bright.
All right.
Can we hear you, Bright?
Yeah, good evening to the entire family.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to appreciate your good works. How you give up freely to the entire community. We pray that God will bless you with more as we also tap from you. Yeah. My question is very simple. I want to know about maybe sticking to some specific pairs or assets. How good is that? Like choose a few pairs and keep monitoring, and then master, or I go with all pairs.
Okay, this is a very good question from Bright. Choosing a few pairs is good, and if you can master all two, it is good. But I always suggest that if every week or as and when you want to trade, you can concentrate on a few pairs. Now, I look at the 28 major currencies. That is me. Out of these 28 major currencies, I still narrow it down to a few in every week. So my concentration is not on all the pairs. Especially, I don't even look at the exotic pairs at all, or the minor pairs. I don't look at those ones at all. I know a few people who are only trading one currency. One. I know one guy who trades GJ, which is the Great British Pound against the Japanese yen. I know a guy who trades the only Euro USD. I know a guy who trades only gold. So yes, you can stick to a few pairs if you have actually mastered that. It will be perfect. But in a time that there might not be a signal on that one pair, then it becomes a challenge that you may not have a trade to take until that one pair gives you an opportunity. So that is the only disadvantage. If not that, I can say that sticking to a few pairs is one of the best options.
All right. Thank you so much for your explanation. I perfectly understand.
Okay, that's great. Any more? I think you have two questions. Do you have any other?
Oh, I'm okay with one.
All right, thank you. Right. Abdullah, can you hear me, Abdullah? Abdullah.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Abdullah, can we hear you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Abdullah.
Okay. Yeah, how are you doing, sir?
I'm very good.
Thank you for your good work, and I really appreciate that because I've been following your YouTube channel for a while now.
Okay.
I can see you're doing a good job. Thank you.
Okay.
I have something to ask. Lately I was actually thinking, there's one time I watched a video and you said, for someone who's just starting Forex, you just have to give yourself get a strategy, then give yourself a time, maybe 3 months to test those strategy. So I want to ask something. How about purchasing the premium what do you call it? The premium charge on the trading view, whereby you can actually go back and replay. So instead of waiting for like 3 months, 4 months, just for you to be able to take live trades while practicing, can I just do a replay of like maybe 10 years later and do that for like 2 weeks? Would that be better for me? Like, I have a strategy already, like just to test my strategy. Can I use that instead of waiting for like 3 months to trade live or something?
Okay. I think you are talking about backtesting and the fact that on TradingView, they have a premium package that will allow you to backtest your strategy to find out if your strategy is really working well. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
that's what I mean.
Yes. If you can afford the premium package from TradingView, that is fine. But you cannot, if you can't afford it to, there is also an alternative, which is forward testing. In as much as you can do back testing, you can also do forward testing. So back testing is trying to look at what has happened in the past and see the possible opportunities. Always, it is easy to do back testing. Some people say to doing forward testing. Forward testing is actually testing the strategy live in the Forex market to see how it actually plays out. But with back testing, the prints have already occurred. And so you may be having double standard. When you see the charts, you may be thinking, yeah, this is how it should be. This is how it should be. But when you are doing forward testing, it gives you a better advantage to test the strategy well. That is what other people are saying. So I agree to the two theories, both the back testing and the forward testing theory is also valid. But if you don't have the money to pay for the premium package, then I'll suggest that you do the forward testing rather, where you don't pay anything, but you can now test the strategy live in the Forex market to see how it works. So if you have the money, yes, go for the back testing. But if you don't, do forward testing with the same strategy.
Okay, then. Thank you. I'll just go for the back testing because I have the money. I think I can afford that now.
That's nice. Then you can do that. Yes. Okay. Any more questions? I think you have two. Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If I have other questions, I will indicate.
Sure.
By raising up my hand.
All right, that's good. Lovelace. Lovelace is here. Lovelace, can you hear me? Lovelace. Lovelace, can you hear me? It looks like Lovelace cannot hear me. What of Favor? Favor, can you hear me? Favor. Okay. K, can you hear me, K?
Hi,
K.
everyone. Hi, Coffee.
Yeah, hi. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you, K.
so okay, so on my side, I think a lot of the answers you've already, I mean, a lot of my questions you've already addressed, which were raised by you know, the other guys.
Okay.
But basically I've also just recently joined your WhatsApp group, so been learning a lot. I'm also new in the trading market. So yeah, basically I just want to say thank you, but yeah, I've learned a lot so far from your videos. So
Wow.
appreciate that.
I'm very grateful. I'm really grateful. Really, really grateful. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. Okay, so that's Kay. Lovelace, are you there? Okay. Emeka, I think you want to talk. Emeka, are you there?
I just come inside now. I just come in now.
I understand because your mic is on. That's why I'm calling you.
Okay. Do you do one-on-one coaching?
One-on-one mentorship or coaching? Yes, I do, but currently my hands are full. I'm currently teaching about 80 people. 40 people. I'm teaching about 40 people now. And people on the waiting list are about 11. So I need to finish with the 40 people before I can go in for a new set of people. So yes, I do, but currently I am on hold, taking new people until I'm done with the first 40 people that I have taken. But there are a lot of people I have trained, a lot of people that have come to me for mentorship. A few of them, I see them, they are here. They are here listening to us. So maybe when it gets to their turn, they can talk for themselves if the mentorship has been helpful or not. All right, so I do, but currently I'm on hold because of the 40 people I'm teaching at the moment. Emeka, are you okay?
Okay, now, when will you finish with the people you're holding now?
A few of them will be finishing in a month's time. So in a month's time, I'm sure a few of them will finish, and then I can begin to put in the new ones. So from a month's time from now, I should be able.
How much does it cost?
It's $100 for the whole package. $100.
Okay. So can you put me on the queue?
Sure, I can. Why not? I can. So you only have to remind me on Telegram so that I can put you in the queue, and then we see how it goes.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Now I have someone with the name God. God, are you there? God. God, are you available? Yes, God, you unmute yourself. Unmute your mic and let's talk. You have unmute your microphone. Your microphone is muted. Unmute and let's hear you. Wow, in 10 minutes, this meeting will end. We are almost done with time. So if God is not ready, Lovelace, are you there? Okay, I have a few questions written for me. It says, hi, Kofi. When calculating, okay, I've answered that. Counting pips between lines, for example, 1.77404 red line. Gray line is 1.77283. Is it equal to 121? No, it is just about 12 pips. Yes, that's 12 pips. You are right. 121 is 12 pips. You always don't count the last number. So the difference is 12 pips. Yes. So iPhone, I think that is your question. Can each pair be entered more than one time? It will depend on your account size. Your account size should determine whether you can enter multiple trades or just one trade at a time. And it will also depend on the lot size you are using. The type of lot size you are using will determine whether you can enter more trades or not. And then the same guy says, Favor, my question is speed. How do you become fast with entering the numbers, please? It's not clear, to be honest. How do you enter the numbers as fast as, which numbers? Is it the stop loss or take profits, or which numbers are you talking about? Favor, I think that is your question. Okay, so please, if you can rewrite the question, that will be fine. Okay, Roger, are you there? Roger, can you hear me? Roger. Oliver, can you hear me? Oliver. Mandela. Raphael Richardson, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Roger, you are here, right? Is it Roger?
No, this is Raphael.
Raphael, let's hear you. Yes, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have any question. Me, I'm cool. I'm just enjoying myself. You know, everything.
Kofi,
yeah.
wow. Kofi.
Hey man.
One more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Kofi. Now, okay. So you see, when we talk of entry point, okay. Now, how do you establish it? Because on the MetaTrader 4 or 5, when you go there to place your trade, you see your SL, that's the SL and then the TP. That is where you fix in those figures.
Okay.
But the entry point, how do you establish it?
If you are talking about signals, what I normally do is that the entry points I give are the entry points I took the trade. So I am giving that to you for the purpose of example, where I entered the trade. So yours is to look at the my entry point and find out whether it's far away from you or still very close. If the trade has gone into profit of maybe 50 pips, then it may not be necessary you enter that trade again. But if it's still close to the entry point that I entered, it gives you the opportunity to still follow or to still join. But I have a video on YouTube with regards to these entry points. I don't know, maybe if you chat me privately after this, I can give you that video, which will explain it better or give you more details about this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Now, randomly, if you are ready to ask a question, just unmute your mic and ask, because a few people that are mentioning names, they are kind of enjoying their conversation, so they are not ready to ask. Whoever is ready to ask a question, just unmute your microphone and ask. We have 6 minutes to end this whole conversation. So if you are ready to ask any question, just unmute your microphone and ask. I'm ready for you.
Hello.
Yes,
hello,
your
Kofi.
name. Yes.
It's Francis. Good evening.
Good evening, Francis. Let's hear you.
I'm a new trader. I just started, let's say, a month ago.
Okay.
But I've been hearing some other people saying scaling, and I don't know anything about scaling. So I wanted to ask if you can verify for me or say something little on scaling.
Okay. Scaling up or scaling simply means that whenever your trade goes into profit, you move your stop loss either to entry or into profit, so that if the trade is coming back against you, at least you can secure some profit so that you don't lose out totally. That is what it means by scaling. So once the trade is going in your favor, you can be moving your stop loss along. Whilst it is still going in your favor, you'll be moving the stop loss along. So if it is a buy trade, maybe you bought at 100 and now the trade is at 120. So you can move your stop loss to maybe 1.5 or 110 while the trade is at 120. So it means you are scaling part of the profits so that even if the trade should decide to come back against you towards the 100 points, at least it will take you out of the market at maybe 110. So you will still have between 100 to 110, some 10 profit to take home. That is what is meant by scaling. Or you are in a sell trade. If you are in a sell trade and you sold at 100, if the trade goes to 80, it means you are in profit of 20. So you can move your stop loss from 100 to maybe 90 while the trade is at 80. So it means that you have tried to secure some part of the profit. And the more it goes down, if it gets to 70, 40, you can continue moving your stop loss down. If it's a buy trade, you can continue to move your stop loss up. That is what is meant by securing part of the profit or scaling. I don't know if the question is answered.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, Roderick is asking a question on the meeting chat session. He says, is there a dollar amount you must have before you can trade US 30 and NAS 100? Those pairs are crazy pairs. They move a lot. And let me tell you something. Those pairs are not currency pairs. The US 30 and the NAS 100 are stocks. Okay. Stocks, yeah. Yes, some will call them indices or something. They are stocks or indices. The forex market is different from the commodity market. The commodity market has to do with gold, the silver, palladium, and the rest. That is the commodity side. Rice, cocoa, and the rest. These are commodities. And then after the commodity market, we have the stock market or the index. And that is where you will find the US 30 and the NAS 100. So it's a very volatile group. And so if you want to trade them, you should have a good strategy. And like we are asking, if you have enough money, why not? But there are a few people who still use a little money to make huge from this same commodities. So it's about your strategy when it comes to trading these indexes or these commodities. This indices. So that is the question there from Roderick. Any more questions? If you have a question, I think someone, Emeka has raised the hand. Emeka, please go ahead with your question. You have raised your hand. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, please Please, with what you explain about scaling, is it advisable for someone to be scaling?
It is the best option. Scaling is very good. It helps you to secure part of the profit. The forex market cannot be 100% sure all the time, or you cannot trust it always 100%. So it's good that when you are in profit, you try and secure some parts of the profit. So it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have less than 2 minutes to end this conversation. Any more questions? Just unmute your mic and ask. Any more questions? Wow. It looks like all of you are satisfied with what have been discussed so far.
Kofi, one more question.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. For this scaling, is it the same as a trailing stop?
Exactly. It's the same word.
What I've realized is it's a bit difficult when you have multiple entries running.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe if you have two positions running, it's very easy to handle it or manage it. But when you have many positions running, it's very difficult to be scaling them in one after
that
the
is
other.
True. That's true. I understand. That's very true. That's very true. Yes, you are right. So maybe you may have to limit the number of trades you take. So instead of taking 10 trades, you can choose to merge the 10 trades into 5 trades by changing the lot size.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I appreciate everyone's time. We have less than a minute to end. Next week, hopefully, we'll do this again. So I'm just beginning this. I wanted to see how it will go. I have about 20 participants now. I really appreciate. We have less than a minute for this meeting to end. So I appreciate